The mythical central seating position is coveted by supercar enthusiasts around the world. It's said to give drivers the most engaging experience possible and the highest level of control. Favored by Formula race cars, the McLaren F1, and Ferrari 365p. But if you don't have $23 million to spend, then these legendary exotics are far out of grasp. Fortunately, there is a solution. Build your own 3-seater exoskeleton supercar Slayer for a fraction of the price. And that is where the WR3 V-Storm kit car comes in. The V-Storm was originally designed in 2007 by a team of enthusiasts, primarily a duo named Simon Keys and Simon Dickens. Together, the Simons had several decades of experience in automotive engineering, and were both avid kit car builders. In 2010, they officially launched SDR Sports Cars, selling their mid-engine exposed chassis exotic that was inspired by motorcycles, Formula One, and the Ariel Atom. They wanted to make something that could give drivers an authentic track day experience, but that still had enough space to take their kids to school, go on weekend trips, and had enough legroom for someone as tall as 6'4" to fit comfortably. SDR successfully marketed the V-Storm for about 5 years, when they decided to sell the rights to it to the next generation of enthusiasts. The assets were bought up by Dan Carpenter. He had started as a V-Storm customer and even developed his own line of upgrades for the kit. As the owner of a CNC machine shop and engineering firm, Carpenter was perfectly poised to take over manufacturing of the kit in 2015. After purchasing the company assets from SDR, he continued its evolution with a series of upgrades to the chassis, boosting its performance capabilities to match modern supercars. The updated model is now sold under his name, the DJC Sports Cars V-Storm WR3 kit. When looking at a V-Storm, the first thing to notice is the exposed tube frame chassis. It's a style that came into popularity with the Ariel Atom at the turn of the century. Lightweight, raw, and affordable. Designed by Simon Keys, a former engineer for the Motor Industry Research Association Crash Test Safety Unit, the V-Storm's frame was crafted with both performance and safety in mind. It's made from various diameters of steel tubing, optimizing the weight and torsional rigidity. A built-in roll bar provides rollover protection without hindering the open-air experience. It sits on a double wishbone suspension at all 4 corners, with inboard coilovers proudly integrated into the bodywork as a display piece. And of course, everything is adjustable to match your driving style. The whole exterior takes obvious inspiration from the Ariel Atom, with its sharp nose, exoskeleton frame, and open rear end. 24 individual fiberglass pieces form the V-Storm's body. It also has LED lighting, dual exhaust pipes, and an optional front splitter. The side mirrors are custom machined billet pieces made by DJC, representing their philosophy that if the perfect part can't be found, they'll simply make it themselves. Like the Atom, the most prominent design feature is the intake snorkel mounted right behind the driver's head, feeding cool air to the turbocharged engine. The interior is Spartan at best. There are no doors, no roof, not even a windscreen to protect you from the elements. The whole thing is essentially comprised of a tub, with a bucket seat for the driver and integrated bench-style seating for 2 passengers. And this layout is the prime selling point for the V-Storm. Not only does it provide a central driving position a la Formula One, but there's also plenty of space to bring along friends and gear. The symmetrical blueprint also helps to balance the weight of the car from side to side for better cornering capability, something that's often forgotten in left or right-hand drive exotics. The final details in the interior are mostly left up to the discretion of the builder, but a lot of V-Storms use a flat-bottom steering wheel to improve legroom and a simple motorcycle-style tachometer. As a British car, the shift knob is notably located to the left of the driver. When it first debuted, the original SDR prototype was powered by a mid-mounted Aprilia RSV 1000 motor. It could rev to about 10,000 RPM, but produced only a meager 140 horsepower. So for the production model, they pivoted to a turbocharged flat-4 Subaru engine. Almost any WRX or Impreza motor will fit in the chassis, including either the 2 or 2.5 liter units. Upgraded STI engines will produce about 300 horsepower stock, but can be built out to make over 500. The vast aftermarket support for these engines means DJC can offer upgrades like an anti-lag system and pre-programmed launch control, making the V-Storm into a potentially formidable drag strip tool. The Subaru drivetrain gets converted from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel only, but the mid-engine layout means the transaxle sticks out towards the rear. Because of this, early V-Storm kits could only fit the 5-speed manual unit. But in 2022, DJC made reinforcements to the back of the chassis design, allowing it to fit the 6-speed for better torque and higher top speeds. Speaking of performance, the lap times of each V-Storm will vary depending on its unique build specifications, but DJC says the average car will weigh as little as 700 kilograms or about 1,550 pounds. That's nearly 500 less than an NA Miata. While early models had their top speed restricted by that 5-speed transmission, the new 6-speed capable chassis pushes the limit to somewhere over 150 miles per hour. It can also complete a 0 to 60 run in about 3.5 seconds. Although DJC is based out of England, they ship the V-Storm kit all over the world. Carpenter says they prefer to sell it as a completed turnkey build, since almost every part is sourced in-house or from a handful of close suppliers. However, they do offer the option for daring enthusiasts to buy the components instead and assemble the V-Storm themselves as a DIY kit. It's estimated to take from 140 to 180 hours to complete. As for the price, the original kits were sold by SDR Sports Cars for just £16,500. A completed car cost about $23,500. But over 15 years later, the MSRP has likely increased significantly. And although there's no confirmed number, recent estimates put it in the £40,000 to £60,000 range. At that price, the V-Storm sits securely between the $12,000 DF Goblin and $84,000 Ariel Atom 4. Personally, I would probably pick a used Atom for about $40,000, benefiting from the brand recognition, manufacturer support, and various owners clubs that come with the more popular option. However, the V-Storm could be better if you want the experience of building your own supercar slayer with a unique central driver's position and that extra interior space. Let me know in the comments whether the V-Storm is worth it, and remember to subscribe for more kit car content. Thanks for watching.